It's Kirk's birthday today!
It's my birthday today.
This week we have a lot to celebrate. One day there's going to be a house there. Until then, we're going to enjoy the adventure. But until the big day, there's still a lot of work to be done.
That guy there should not be just a straight pipe. I'm gonna try to hang stuff in that box. It's a big pipe. I'm trying to finish up this exhaust, but I've got this gap here. So I'm gonna go ahead and change the oil. Today, I am going to replace this wheel sensor.
1 year older, 1 year wiser, and one more project done. It's Kirk's birthday today!
It's my birthday today.
So naturally he wanted to come to the land and clean. And the birthday boy gets what he wants. So we are celebrating by, well, we're not cleaning up the tools, we're just organizing the tools he has left in the RV from the solar panel build. So that's how we're going to celebrate. And then we'll meet his family and my family for a picnic. So it'll be a good day.
Yep.
You feel alive?
Feel alive.
Cool. Here we go. We made it back from Kirk's birthday celebration, and he wanted to come back and charge the solar power and charge the solar panel batteries and water our avocado tree. So after a couple more errands, we'll probably head out for the day and head back home.
We're going back to the well, literally. Okay, come here. I'm gonna show you which circuit breaker I need you to flip.
So we have to put the buckets in the carb because the well is all the way over there. And then the tree is all the way over here. We can't carry 5-gallon buckets of water that far through the jungle and the brush. That's why we have cars.
I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy.
So, when I tell you, I need you to turn this dual pole 15 amp breaker on. So you just push it.
Okay, we can't turn it on now?
No, I have to make sure that the well is open and everything.
Okay, are you just gonna scream to me?
I'm just gonna tell you
Or
on.
just like you're gonna yell it?
I'm gonna say on. When they're full, I'm gonna tell you to turn it off.
Okay.
All right?
I can do it.
Don't wanna test your luck with me. I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad.
The pressure's on. He's letting me touch the electricity for the first time. He must be desperate. I'm also pretty sure this is all poison oak, right in front of the breaker box. I'm allergic to poison oak. Yep, that's poison oak, that's poison oak, that's poison oak, that's poison oak. I'm probably sitting in it right now. There he is at the well, right there.
Alright, Kimmy's over there, and she's about to turn it on when I told you, and then we're going to fill up these 2 buckets. Alright, turn it on!
Okay. On. I think I nailed it. It's off! The deer got to our avocado tree. Poor thing. This thing used to be thriving. That used to be full of leaves.
Every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need is a better day.
What are you doing, Scoots?
I'm feeding our fruit tree as avocado's fruit.
This is the first time that you're tending to the tree?
It's the first time I'm tending to the tree. We used to have a tiny little avocado on it, but the deer ate it. I hope it still lives. 1, 2, 3, drink. Also, the internet says the avocado tree needs 2 trees. It needs a mate. We're gonna hope that ours is single and independent and thriving, making a life for themselves out in the wild, bearing fruit. You wanna go 4-wheeling? One day there's going to be a house there, and he's not going to be able to 4-wheel through the middle of the property. Until then, we're going to enjoy the adventure. Kirk just wanted to go refill up the buckets, just so we have them, just for safety. Not that it'll put out a major fire, but it's nice to have. Okay. On. It's been a good day. We celebrated, we cleaned, we watered our avocado tree, did the batteries, and I think that's it for the day. Did you have a good birthday?
Yeah, it was a good birthday. She likes when I talk louder. It was a good birthday.
I do like when he talks louder. He's so quiet. Good. Happy birthday, Kirk. Time to get on the road.
Alright, so I bought the truck and it had a straight pipe on it underneath. So that guy there should not be just a straight pipe. There should be a big, basically a big cap there. So I'm gonna take this pipe off and put all the stock stuff back on, in a nutshell. First step, WD-40. All right, we just took the straight pipe out.
Like a jet engine.
Yeah, it almost costs as much. And we're gonna put this cap back in. Okay, so today I'm gonna try to hang the stuff in that box right there. It's the big pipe, and I'm gonna try to put it under here where there is no pipe. So that's what I'm gonna try to do today. Alright, so I had to run in the store and get these M10 150s. The guy at Ford told me it was 125, so I went back and forth to the store. But basically, what I'm gonna do is use the right here, so they come through like that. And I'm gonna run some anti-seize on there so that if I ever need to take it off, they're not seized up. So now that I have it bolted on up front and secured this side, I'm running into this problem where it doesn't line up and it's too short. I think they must have, when they put the pipe on, that's what this was for. So now I need to cut this, extend it, and re-weld it. All right, I came up to the property today because I'm working on my truck and I got all my tools here. Not all of them, but some key ones. Because I was working on the solar trailer, putting the new battery together and battery management system, which is being monitored down there with the little server. So anyhow, I need to bring some tools back to finish up on the truck. But bad news, our little Venus flytrap didn't make it, I guess. It must have been lonely. I didn't have a chance to come up here this week during the week, so yeah, unfortunately, that was my birthday present. It was gonna help with some of the critters inside of the RV, but unfortunately, it didn't make it. So we'll have to go back to the drawing board on that. All right, the other thing I need to do is I need to take one of these 5-gallon buckets and water the avocado tree so that it doesn't end up like the Venus flytrap. All right, I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna leave the poop burning in here since the energy's free. Supplied by that guy right there. All right, so I'm trying to finish up this exhaust, but I need to tighten up the front up there, and I've got this gap here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these off here and take this whole pipe out and see if I can move that back pipe forward a little bit, and then I'll tighten up the front so that I have it nice and tight up against the downpipe from the exhaust. And if this is still too short, what I'm gonna do is cut this here, kind of like someone did already, and then put a sleeve in, basically just like this, but I guess longer, so that this gap right here is filled. So that's essentially what I'm gonna do right now. All right, so just by taking it loose, I was able to get it, to line up here and line up here, and there's a 1/2-inch gap and a 1/2-inch gap, but I think once I cinch them down, these rubber things will kind of settle and move into place. So I'm hoping I don't have to re-weld it. It looks like it fits by kind of tweaking it, and now I'm thinking that there should be enough play for me to tighten those down. So I'm gonna tighten the front down now. It just took 30 minutes to go to the store and see if they had this gasket. I need 2, 1 in each location, and there's none here in the Bay Area. So I'm gonna do what I don't like doing, which is reuse an old one, but that's what I gotta do. All right, this is why people who actually work on stuff curse the engineers, because getting to the downpipe, I had a ratchet with a pivoting head, a pivoting 3-inch, a 6-inch extension, a wobbler, and a nut. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna torque the downpipe to 30 foot-pounds with the torque wrench. All right, so I torqued it down to 30 foot-pounds. That one was easy to get to. This one here, you can see, is in between the frame, 3 fingers to get all the way up there. But I think I got it. All right, now I'm gonna do the cat to the intermediate pipe at 41 foot-pounds. All right, so what I'm doing now is I put anti-seize on this knock sensor, and I'm going to install it up here. Next step is to install 4 EGTs, so exhaust gas temperatures, and one of them goes right here, and then there's several that go up front, so that's the next step. Alright, I'm headed back to the automotive store to see if I can find a gasket for the DEF injector. I'm highly doubtful because they didn't even have a basic exhaust gasket, so my expectations are very low, but we'll see. Alright, they didn't have the gasket for the DEF, so I have to pause on that. So I'm going to go ahead and change the oil. It takes several gallons of oil, and I got the oil filter there, so that's what I'm gonna do next. It's a lot of oil, and looks like it's pretty well used. And got the oil filter over there. Pop the hood and put these guys in. All right, this part's no fun, but I gotta transfer all that oil into those guys so that I can recycle it. The last thing I'm going to do today, I think, is take that out and plug them with that and just fill it back up today. Alright, well, I caught a break. I was able to pull it out and it's not leaking, so. Alright, so today I am going to replace this wheel sensor. I was getting some anti-sway or anti-traction or traction control alarms, and I bought this really expensive scanner because I was doing all of the exhaust work, and it also allowed me to pull codes off the ABS sensor, so this guy was bad. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the wheel and the brake caliper, and hopefully I can get to this wheel sensor. Alright, so the wheel speed sensor connects here, comes down behind the shock, and bolts there, and goes into the hub on the top. Up there, I'm not sure if you can see it. So a lot of this stuff's got to come off. Alright, so you can see where the wheel speed sensor goes down in there and routes back underneath of there and over there and plugs in up there. So that's what I gotta do. I gotta reinstall. That's the old nasty one, and this is the new one. So just reinstall it. right, I finished up. You can see under here, what I replaced was this guy here. He comes down along the frame, behind the shock, up and then into the wheel hub. And I had to take all of this off, and obviously the wheel. So this is sort of what I used. Impact gun, air compressor, ratchets, sockets, Allen heads, screwdrivers, breaker bars. That's inch-pound torque wrench. That's 100 foot-pound torque wrench, impact sockets, 1/4 inch ratchet, 1/2 inch drive ratchet, 3/8 drive, 1/2 inch, and the jack stands, screwdriver, sledge, flashlight, air blower, and I think that's it.
Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
And join us on Patreon.
Okay.
We're going back.
Oh! It's dripping. That's dripping all down my body. Okay, you're right. I should take it like this. They totally get me. I actually haven't, but thanks. But look at how cute! Aww. And we're gonna attempt a 1-minute rinse-off shower before we go to dinner downtown.
Is it hot yet?
It's warm.
All right.
Okay, count down.
There we go.